how's everyone? This is a bit of an impromptu solo stream, although if anyone wants to the link and wants to join me, you're welcome to do so. However, this is going to be a sprints heavy stream because I literally decided to do this impromptu one so that I can finish my book, which is Space Princess Project, space opera romance, and I am about to get into either the last chapter or the last two chapters. Essentially, I finished the last chapter of my main male character's POV, and now I've got to do the last chapters of my female main character POV. And it might be a last chapter, last image, conclusion, etc., and then an epilogue, which is why I'm like one or two chapters. I'm not entirely sure. But if I do an epilogue, it'll be like really short, and it might be more about setting up the next book in the series, although it's not a series. It's like a series of standalones, if that makes sense. But we meet the characters that are going to be involved in the next installments within the first book, if that makes sense. So anyway, I'm digressing, but yeah, that's what my plan is for today. It is sunny for once in the UK. I actually ate my lunch outside. In the UK, it's 2 p.m., so I've got plenty of time to do this, and I don't have plans today. I have plans tomorrow because it's the long weekend in the UK. We get Friday off and Monday off because we've got Good Friday and Easter Monday. So today I am free of plans, therefore this is the perfect timing for me to finish my book. I will say hi to some people. Hi Stig, how's it going? Hi Anne, how are you? Hello Anna, thank you guys for coming to see me. Hello Keiko, how's it going? Hi Minuk, I'm so here for being part of this milestone. Yay, I really hope I do it. Like, can you imagine something comes up and I have to stop? Hi Lynn, same, so exciting, thank you. I'm not writing today, I'm just gonna hang out with you guys, still stuffed from lunch. I don't know if I can try to pronounce this. Kutbuller? I have no idea. I'm probably butchering this, I'm very, very sorry. But apparently other people are thinking yum. Hi Laura, good morning, how are you doing? Funnily enough, I think the timer I have prepped is a Laura Nettles special, so perfect, exciting. Oh, you're going to write a drabble, exciting. Is a drabble like a really, really short story? Is that what it is? I always forget. Drabble. Short work of fiction of precisely 100 words in length. Oh, amazing. Okay, exciting. Are you gonna share it after? You don't have to if you don't want to, but if you wish to do so, you may. So always interested in knowing. Oh yeah, 100 words, exactly. Nice. Cool. I'm not gonna do a really long intro and loads of chat, but obviously if you wanna talk in the chat, I will answer all the comments and everything. I'm just gonna try and get through these last chapters. So I'm gonna do, I think, either 30 or 40-minute long sprints, just because that's kind of the length I need at the moment, I think. I always, and also just because I'm talking to you guys on camera in the breaks, so I need an extra break within the sprint. So that's why I'm like, even if I'm going to work only 25 minutes, I like to have 5 to 10 minutes to like go make my coffee, etc. Nice. I'm getting ice, popsicle, I think they're called in English, like ice on a stick. Ooh, yum. Amazing. I'm going to submit it to Black Hair Press. Ooh, fantastic. So I'm assuming then you can't share, right? Which is too bad for us, but fantastic. Very exciting. Popsicle, yeah. Lynn is drafting fanfic. I hit 50K this morning. Amazing. Good job. That's fantastic. And from what I hear, people are loving it and leaving loads of nice comments, right? So you're doing great. That's really, really good. 50K is fantastic. And I think that's all the comments. So we're going to get into our first sprint. Present the usual. I have readied this one, the mushroom one, because I thought it was really cute. However, I didn't want the music because I listen to my own music and everything. So, oh my God. The theme for March is cannibalism, so I'm super excited, of course. That sounds like the kind of stuff I couldn't really read. However, 100 words, maybe I could read. Freaks me out a bit too much. I think it's just fascinating in a morbid way. So, yeah. And Minuk will be editing fanfic. Nice, exciting. Well, we're gonna get started without further ado. Hope you guys have a lot of productivity or whatever you're doing. Maybe you're just hanging out, in which case, happy sprinting, happy 30 minutes of mushroom timer. Beep, beep, beep. I don't have sounds on this tab, so I have to be the one to say that it's finished. Nice. I'll stop sharing. Nice. I managed to get through quite a bit. I have written 732 words during that 30-minute sprint. And now I'm feeling better about the scene, because at first I was like, how do I start this? It's going to become like, it's one of the most important scenes in the book. It's the last one or second to last one. But I feel like the same way that the opening of the book starts with a lot of interesting interactions between my main character Orion and her android best friend Glory, it's going to finish in a really similar manner. So there's a lot of fun interactions between the two of them right now. So it started me into it. I'm a little bit more ready to write the end. So yay. How did you guys do if you were using the sprint to be productive? And what did you do if you weren't? I'm always curious. I have also shared the first and last sentences of Morgan's POV since I finished Morgan's chapter yesterday. So his very first sentence was, despite all appearances, this isn't the worst situation I've ever found myself in. And the very last sentence, well, technically is just Orion, but let's say his last two sentences are my perfect match, Orion, which is a hint as to the rest of the story. I don't know if Anna liked it or hated it. Stieg arrived in the middle of that sprint saying, I'm sorry I'm late, had to pop to the shop. It closes at 4, so there was no other time, which is no worries at all. I've not been chatting loads. Like I said, this is a more sprint heavy stream because I want to finish this book. But it's also not going to be a super long stream. Like, it's not like I have 10,000 words left to write. I have like literally 1/maybe 2 chapters left to write. So I'm very close. And then I went to make a coffee and Ed said, hi, how's it going? Let's go. I don't know if you're still there or if you just popped in to say hi and left afterwards, which is possible. Ed is my husband's best friend who also said hi. Let's get going, guys. But I know for a fact he's not watching anymore because he's playing video games. Hi. Welcome back. Made coffee and opened the document. Nice. Good job. Good going. Good start. What are you working on today? Are you doing another beta reading or are you doing outlining? I think you answered after that. 120 words and fell down a research rabbit hole, says Anna. Nice. I kind of enjoy research rabbit holes as long as they don't stop me from feeling productive. I feel like they can be quite fun. Is this a gemstone research rabbit hole specifically, or is it something else? Call in, let me know. Have 5 chapters to read today. Nice. Okay. Oh yes, you are doing better reading. You were calculating how many chapters you needed to read per day in order to get going. Okay, yes, I remember that. Yeah. Hi, Katie. How's it going? What a beautiful surprise. And a door to paint. Are you doing more DIY today? Exciting. Did you survive the grocery shopping? Yeah. Managed to get through 205 words. Very nice job. Nice going. And Stieg did, in fact, survive the grocery shopping. Just had a lot of bottles to return to the store. Shout out to the Norwegian bottle recycling program. Oh, yes, I love that. I don't feel like they do this here in the UK, or at least I've never seen it. But in Belgium, because people drink so much beer and so much bottled beer compared to some other countries, I think, we have a whole recycling program specifically for beer bottles. As in, you get money back. Like, so basically, if you bring back, I think it's like 6 bottles, you get some money back that you can use in the store to buy more beers, essentially. Which is a really good system. I was this morning, I think you mean you were in the store. Okay. This morning it was hell. Luckily, I don't have to work today. Thursday was worse than Christmas and New Year's Eve. Yeah, I actually went a little bit earlier before I started the stream, but it was fine. It's more like, because stores are open on Sunday, including Easter Sunday, that's when it's going to be an absolute nightmare because people love to be last minute here. I don't know what that means. Is that like the system for like recycling bottles? Maybe. We sure do have pant. Okay. I've got to finish my newsletter, so that's the goal today. Exciting, which means that if you get through your goal, I'll get a nice newsletter to read very, very soon. So that's exciting. And although I know that I've said I'm more of the look at the pretty images type of person, I do skim read. I just don't read fully in detail, but I do skim read newsletters. And then sometimes something really grabs my attention and I read the rest of it. But otherwise, I'm more of a skim reader when it comes to newsletters, because I like looking at the pretty content, and I love that you do mood boards in them all the time. So please continue. I was looking at Steam cars. Nice. Yeah, that's another good topic, I guess. Yeah, because you're writing in a fantasy version of a certain period of time in London. So yeah, I guess that would mean a lot of research necessary. Yes, last minute. Kim, hi, good morning. How are you? Just found your channel last night and so you live, so popped in. Not writing about enjoying the sprint timings while crocheting. Nice. What are you crocheting? I find that fascinating. I am so unable to do anything of the sort. But welcome here, and nice of you to pop in for this stream. Yep, use the sprints to your content, guys. Whatever you want to do. If you're reading, if you're just chilling. This for me is mostly because I like the accountability that it gives me. If I'm streaming and talking about I'm going to finish this, then I'm going to have to. I feel like it forces me to do so. We also get money back from our system. Nice. Okay, so it's a similar system, but you pay extra for bottled and canned stuff, the pan security, and then you get it back when you return the bottles. Interesting. To be honest, I don't know the details of the Belgian system. Maybe it's something really similar. I'm not entirely sure. In Switzerland, we don't have. Is it PFANT or is it pant? Like, what is it? But people are so good at recycling, they have to put some glass back into the regular trash to get enough heat to burn it. That's so funny. Thursday, the boss wanted to close the store at 8 p.m. We closed 30 minutes later because people were still coming in and would rampage through the shelves that we just made look pretty for Saturday. Oh, God. Yeah, it's very busy at the moment. Well, my newsletter will have lots of pretty content because I love to make a mood board. Yes, make mood boards. I love it. Ooh, it's a daisy floral spring Afghan. Oh, that sounds so lovely. That sounds really nice and just perfect timing. I don't know what it is, but today for me feels like it's the first day of spring. Like, it's just so sunny in the UK today for once, and been able to eat outside, been able to enjoy the nice weather. Obviously, I have a broken fence in my garden because there was a storm literally 2 days ago, Storm Nelson, and it broke my fence that fell into the neighbor's garden. But we should have a guy coming in to fix it today, hopefully. Oh, Fant. Fant? I don't know if I'm pronouncing the PF right or if it has a specific pronunciation, but if it doesn't, then it should be Fant, right? I think, maybe. Next week, I'm going to go seek out your newsletter, subscribe button. Yes, do it. Katie always does really lovely looking, nice long newsletters every month. And there is often pretty mood boards and sometimes also pictures of doggos. So if you like both of those things, I would definitely recommend subscribing. I love to know other countries where I don't have to throw away bottles and get money back. I feel bad every time I have to do that. Yeah. Oh, PF is hard. Yeah, and it's hard for me. Cool. Well, I think we're going to soon jump into another sprint. I haven't prepared one, so I just need a second to select one. But I think I might do another 25 or 30 minutes. Oh, I've got the Lavender Haze timer from Writing Violet. That is 26 minutes. That would be good. And it's always so pretty. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do that one. Present, share screen, Lavender Haze. Here we go. Oh, it's not working. There we go. Nice. Okay, perfect. That seems to be working. Yes, the bees, the gaze, and the Lavender Haze. And to be fair, the Lavender Haze one is probably one of my favorites. Just so pretty. It's stunning. It's beautiful. But I also do love the bees ones. Okay, I will get us started in 3, 2, 1. And we're done. I forgot to stop the to repeat the sound on this. There we go.
Just diving straight into the next sprint.
Exactly, straight into it. So productive. How are you?
Hello, Marlon. As always, when you were like, if anyone want to join, shoot me a message, and I'm like, you know what? I do want to join.
And
So here I am.
proof that I did mean it. Like, if anyone is like, I want to join on this stream, anyone can.
Any old excuse to hang out with you, Marlon, I will grasp at it. I did an entire chapter for that thing, so I got 4 chapters left.
Nice, good job. That's fantastic.
Thank you.
Considering you didn't really do the previous sprint, you were grocery shopping and then you arrived like midway, I think. So
Yes.
That was technically your first actual sprint, so nice.
Technically, and then I also got to paint this doors. I think I'm going to do that next sprint, just because I want to do it while it's still daylight outside, because it's a lot easier to paint in the daylight.
I might do a longer sprint next, like 40, 45 minutes or something. So would that be okay for door painting?
Appropriate door paint size. I have done one layer already.
Nice,
nice. So, yeah.
And
how did you do?
Have gotten. I'm sitting now at 1,500 words, so I think I did another 700 or so, like 750 or something, in total in the last sprint. I'm still in the middle of this chapter, like I haven't finished it or anything. I would have said something if I had.
Stop the press. I finished. Just end the stream mid-sprint.
Like, just be like, oh, we're done. Bye. No, I'm still in the middle of it because I think I might have to delete quite a lot of what I'm writing now later on. I'm an overwriter. That's the
problem for future Marlon.
I'm an overwriter. I know this about me. But there's some stuff that I need to finish off politically in the book, and I feel like it might just be better placed somewhere else, but for now it's where it's going, and then later on I'll be like, oh, I need to move
as long as this is Project Space Princess. Yes.
Yes.
I was thinking it was Project Knights of Death. So I'm like, as long as my 4 boys are happy, I'm good. But
no, I haven't finished that one either. I'll need to finish it at some point too. It's just I'll do.
But yes, Project Space Princess.
I'll do another stream when I'm close to finishing that one as well. I'll be like, finish my book with me.
Oh my god, maybe that's your brand. Just come finish books with me all day long.
Oh god, I need to start more of them if I want to do that again and again and again.
Honestly, I should get back into streaming because I'm like, oh, that's the only time I get to like write my book.
Yeah, but you do the craft ones at the moment, but you don't really. Well, we did do one at some point. I joined.
I do like some casual in between sprints, but the craft ones are like the ones I stick to.
Yeah.
But I should definitely do like regular Tuesday situations because I just. But yeah, quarter 2 is gonna be finishing book quarter time.
That's exciting. Yeah. And I feel like
I read through the first chapter yesterday because I don't actually know why. Oh, because I watched Anna read her stuff. I was on an Anna binge watch yesterday after watching like her latest vlog. It's like I need more, and I'm just like queue up.
Love it.
So I was like, what is my first chapter in my story? And then I went back and read it, and I'm like, okay, it doesn't suck.
Yeah, I still need to do my promised reward for my 1,000 subscribers, and I haven't filmed it yet of reading a chapter. But I'm sort of like hyper focused on this at the moment. So I'm not doing anything else. Like everything else is sort of taking a step back, and I'm just making a list of things that I'm going to need to address as soon as I'm done. But you know what that feeling of when you're so close to something and to like remember when we were doing Nano last year together? I feel like you and I were like, no need to do anything else. When we're sprinting, it's just to do that because we're so into it right now.
That was a time. Last November was such a good month.
It was such
enjoy that.
Time. Yeah, probably one of the best Novembers I've had because I've never been able to do Nano before that.
You absolutely crushed it. You more than crushed it. You double crushed it.
I didn't double it. I did 66,000, but and 666 because I thought it was funny. But
you did like 1.5 crush it then. 150% crush it, which is still so much than a lot of other people do for Nano.
It was mental, and I think now because I've got so many words as well, like for Space Princess, I'm at 127, almost 128,000.
Bestie, what are you doing out here? Where are all these words coming from? I'm out here with
my
page. Okay, I'll give you that.
It's a sci-fi, and it's the first book as well, so there's so much more world building. I'm
Ugh.
assuming in this one than I will need in the next ones.
That's true. I'm at like 28 something, I think, and I'm like, ugh, can I get to the end soon?
But yeah, I feel like the reason, I don't know if this is actually true about myself, but I feel like I've noticed when I don't have any interesting shows or books that I'm like super intensely into, then I can focus on my own stories. But if I'm like really into like a TV series I'm watching or something, and I'm like, oh, I need to watch the next episode, I'm really into it, then I can't focus as much on my own stories. I don't know if that makes sense.
It does make sense.
So yeah.
I don't watch a whole lot of TV. I do like play games and stuff, I guess. So if I'm really into a game, I find it hard to sit down and write.
Yeah, I would say Anna finishing Baldur's Gate 3 and then you're like, I'm
So
out of
good
my
for
slump.
productivity.
We're like, yes, of course
Yeah.
you're out of your slump. It wasn't a slump. You were just too into that game.
Yeah. I can relate to that on a spiritual level, Anna, honestly. But yeah, there's some shows I'm looking for. I want to watch the new fantasy show on Netflix, Shogun. It looks really good.
Roast me. I
Roast
deserve
me, I
it.
deserve it. Roast you affectionately. Know that. But yeah, and then the new Bridgerton is coming out, so I gotta watch that, and I'm so
Yeah,
excited for that.
coming out in May. Yeah,
May
I'm looking
18th,
forward
was
to
it?
it.
No, something like that.
Is
May
it?
13th? May
I feel
8th?
like
I don't
it's.
know.
I know that it's next month. So yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, as in, May.
So yeah, I can relate to being distracted by
Yeah. But it's
extracurricular
also
activities.
because there's so much stuff that is coming that I'm excited about. That's also why I'm not planning to do any more drafting for like Q2. I feel like Q2 is going to be now get back into everything else you said you were going to do that has nothing to do with drafting. So like,
But I do
yeah,
like drafting Marlin. She's always a good time. Well, any
yeah,
Marlin
but
time is a good time.
if I just draft all the time, I'm just gonna have 0 drafts and nothing else to show for it. Like no
Well, you
revised
got. Are you
documents.
diving back into the Art of Summoning Demons? Is that like your next project, or
I'm
is it
gonna. I
Lockhart
need
and
to get
Beckett?
back into querying it, so I'm gonna get back into that. That's the plan. Like I had redone a list and everything last month, and I've just sort of stopped because I got back into this. I got like a new query letter that I'm feeling more confident in that I want to send. There's a couple more things I want to prep for it before I do, and then I'm gonna get back into a round of querying. And I think I really want to revise Lockhart and Beckett, my London, supernatural crime solvers agency story.
Your Wolfheart whatever it is, Wolfheart and Ram? No,
Yeah, well, I mean, close to Wolfhard, and is that what it's
I don't think
Wolfhard
that
and
associates. No, it's not that. It's Wolfheart and something.
yeah, I think it's Ram. I think you're right, but I might be wrong. Yeah, the Angel season 5 inspired book. So yeah, I feel like I'm ready to get back into that one and revise it because I've been sitting on it for too long now, and I'm just like, I need to revise this book. So that's probably my next step in Q2.
Exciting. I will take any and all content you provide, Marlin.
But yeah, at the moment it's drafting time. Let me address some of these comments because I've just been ignoring everyone. And Lynn said hi when you popped up on screen. So hi again. And Marta arrived. Hi, Marta. Love a good sprinting until I finish my book stream. What's the plan? How much do you have left to write? There is no plan, really. It's just that I have 1/maybe 2 chapters left into this book. I finished the male character's POV yesterday or the day before, and now I'm in the last chapters from my main female character, Orion. But it could be split in 2, which is why I keep saying 1 to 2 chapters. It's just it depends on how long it takes me after I finish like the scene, and if I need if the next scene is going to be really short, then it'll fit into the same chapter. If I feel like it's going to be longer, then it'll be a separate chapter.
Are you a long chapter girlie?
No, I've tried to be super consistent with this book at the moment. So most of my chapters are around 1,500 words to 2,000. I would say, like in between.
Okay.
Some are a bit longer, some are a bit shorter, depending on
Yeah, I think my chapters average around 2K. Some are like 1,800 and some are like 2005.
I like reading short chapters, so I try to stick to that because I'm currently reading this beautiful book,
Oh, gorgeous cover! Love the cover.
Yeah, it's stunning, isn't it? Delicate Dream Department Store. And the chapters are so fucking long that it doesn't make me want to pick it up, even though it's really fun and I'm really enjoying it. But every time I'm
Oh.
like, oh no, if I start reading, I have to finish a chapter, and that's like 30 pages.
Yeah, I think for revisions, my aim is like under 2K maybe. But then I'm writing
Yeah.
fantasy. Well, this is like a cowboy fantasy, so it's very much like a spaghetti weird western situation.
Yeah.
Uh, so like I think under 2K is very probable because there's not a lot of world building because everyone has a concept of what the Wildest West is. So
Yeah. Yeah.
save a lot on that. But for like my main fantasy project, I think 2.5 is probably what I average in a chapter. But I also have
Yeah.
to like put in a lot of world building.
I try to make them more like one chapter equals one scene in general. So like if my characters are moving somewhere else, or
Yeah, I'm the same.
there's someone else going into the conversation or something, then I feel like it's a different scene, so it'll be a different chapter most of the time, unless it's like that's going to be so short there's no point of separating it. But yeah.
Yeah. I'm the same. And
Um,
also feel like obviously genre expectations matter. Like in
yeah.
a romance, I think you would have shorter chapters, but in like a space
Yeah.
opera like you do, or in a fantasy like me, the expectations is longer chapters.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah. Keiko also asked, the Three Nuts will stop streaming? Question mark, question mark. Just so scheduled stream for April 1st. Okay. I'm gonna let you think about that specific date for a second, because that's the first thought that popped into my head. Is April 1st is what?
It's a date.
It's a date where people do things. And I was also very excited to see you popping up on stream. And she said she's up to 558 words for the morning. Nice. Good job. I spent a lot of time trying to come up with a silly name for a ladies' club. Oh my god, you need to ask me. I'm great at coming up with dumb names.
Is this for like your main character's ladies' club, or is it like one of the
I feel like it must be one of the, like the Kenneries,
clients?
and like maybe
Question mark.
is it like the wives of the Gemstone Lords Club or something? That kind of vibes.
I think it would be funny to play around with like the ladies at lunch premise if you're familiar with
That would be fun. I feel like,
that
yeah.
concept.
I just don't know what the specific club is about. Call in.
Tell us more if you want to, Anna, or just go about
Or
your day.
keep it all close to your chest if you don't want to share. That's fair.
Not me and Molly just like blurting out every concept.
We're like, we're
Live on
so
Maine.
intense about this damn book. And she's like, I feel so much pressure. We're like, so when's the book coming?
Yeah, sometimes I feel bad for it, but
But also it's positive. We're being positive about it. We just love it. So yeah. We're fans. We're super fans.
I'm super fans. That is it. I'm a super fan of Anna and of GGG.
Exactly.
I'm gonna claim it now live on Maine.
Minuk did another 151 words. Nice. And subscribe to Katie's newsletter. Yay. Very exciting. Marcia said, I totally want to join, but I don't think my in-laws would be very happy with me streaming from their living room. Yeah, that might be weird. So I'm going to have to make do with just watching from the sidelines and being jealous. Oh, next time. I promise I will try to do more pop-up streams. I'm a scaredy cat. And if I don't have like a real reason, like I'm finishing my book or something like that, then I tend to be like, I can just go sprint in the Discord.
I just something about the lives and the accountability for me.
Yeah, definitely more accountability. But I also feel like, I don't know, I worry that by myself, sometimes I'm just rambling on and saying dumb shit that I can't take back because it's live.
I mean, I think even when we're together, we say dumb shit that we can't take back, Molly.
Yes,
so...
but we share the accountability of that one. So it's fine.
That's true. I'll take the blame. I'll take the ball. Cancel me if you need to cancel anyone.
Anna says, I can't wait until we have a finishing my book stream for you, Sieg. Are you going to do
one day, baby, we'll be old.
Come on. You've made a lot of progress already.
I'm over halfway in a loosely structured book, so we'll see.
Nice.
Definitely plan on finishing it at the end of Q2, so April, May, June, but I'm then going way in June, so it'll really April, May.
Okay.
Which I feel like is doable for half a book, but then I'm also very, very inconsistent in my writing. So
yeah, you gotta. Have you put it in the goals thingy sheet, or have you not?
I have not. I think I thought about it, and I'm like, I'll do this
and you were
later.
Like, what if I don't do it?
I just close the tab. But yeah, I'm thinking about since Phoebe isn't doing Thursday and Tuesdays anymore. I'm like, should I just do a double situation and just like
You can always
basically
do
do
that
a Wallace workday?
specifically. You can be like, just for these 2 months when I'm planning on finishing my book, you could do that, or you
Yeah,
know.
we'll
But
see.
yeah, I would
I
watch.
just
I would watch,
thank you. I think you maybe I
and I
don't know.
would
Maybe we'll see.
randomly pop in.
I mean, it's open to everyone who
I'd be
wants
like,
to
"Hey, can I
join.
join right now?" And just randomly pop in.
Sometimes I invite people after the stream has started. I'm like, hey, don't suppose you want to come on live now? It's been like 40 minutes, but sure.
I love that, but I feel like that's what's fun about these live streams is just randomly,
Yeah.
random
And
guests.
yeah, and then just something about the accountability for me. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Katie said, "Hope you're planning on streaming in April because it's on the calendar."
Calendar is more a guideline than an actual rule.
You can't say that for everything.
That has worked in, don't know if my favor, but that has worked as an explanation so far. But yeah, no, I'm definitely doing the Tuesday because, but then,
Yeah.
yeah.
I can't remember what this was in reference to, but we
I think
probably
it's
said
just me praising
something.
Anna, saying I was on
Yeah.
a binge.
Oh yeah, because you were on a binge of her videos. Yeah.
Yep.
Katie said, "I got my laundry done. Nice. And now I'm making my bed, so I won't be able to procrastinate any longer." Yes, but when it's useful procrastination, like you're doing other tasks that are actually productive and good, I feel like it's fine. I don't know. It's just my opinion. Yes, 128 in like 30 words. Like I need 30 more words and then I'll be 128K. And I'm not finished with that chapter. So yeah, in my head, I thought I would finish at 130 in the end. So I think that's what will happen.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, it worries me a bit for future revising me. Give me the long books. Yeah. Oh yeah, and then we roasted Anna. Yeah. Baldur's Gate 3.
Just
Mona says,
another
"I have that
Saturday.
problem too. I find it hard to write my own stuff if I'm super into a different book I'm reading and it's a problem." Yeah, it's like it's not so much a problem for me because there's very little I'm actually into, like fully into. I mean, there's a lot of stuff I can casually watch, but it's rare that I'd be like, this is fucking amazing. Like the last one probably for me was Happiness, which is that Korean drama with zombies. And like it has a slow burn romance that was perfection to the point that I was just like, I'm not writing anything right now. I just need to watch this like constantly. But the other shows that I watch, even though I enjoy them, it's more like I'll casually watch it. So it's fine. I'm not, taken by it. I don't know. Not to be harsh on TV shows. 130 hours of my life well spent. Did you go check your stats? You're like, oh, this is how long I've spent on it. Saying 2 weeks ago, I was obsessed with the Folk of the Air trilogy by Holly Black and couldn't read or write anything, something else. Yeah, fair. I actually don't think I've read Holly Black books, but I haven't read her main stories. I don't know.
I've heard about Holly Black, and that's about it.
Yeah, I read a standalone book by her that I thought was really good. But I'm not that much into fae stuff. Like I don't know what it is. It doesn't appeal to me all that much, so I didn't read.
I'm the same, unless it's True Blood, the show.
Yes, and True Blood was initially more vampire stuff, and then it was like, also there's faes.
I was down so bad for that show.
Yeah, I never watched the end. Like I always rewatch up until a certain point, and then I'm like, this is devolving, and
but then it turns into this beautiful, beautiful crack fiction, and then everybody's gay and like half naked all the time. So it's just,
I'm fine with that part. I hated both what the author chose to do with the main character's love interest and what she does by the end in the books and in the TV show, because I read what happens in the TV show. And for both, I'm like, I don't like the ending in either. Like, no one could fix this. Come on.
Yeah, the quality declines over time, as with every show.
Yeah.
But I was willing to forgo that quality in favor of, the absolute unhinged crack fiction that it was.
Yeah. I think the new Bridgerton is going to catapult me into
GGG book 2.
Girl Boss, Gaslamp, Gemstones, book 2. It changes every time. It's set in summer. It's all about the main characters finally admitting they love each other.
Also down bad for Anna's love situation. What's it called? coupling? No, ship. There you go.
Ship, yeah.
For the GGG ship, I'm all on board.
Yes, same. I really believed in it, and that doesn't happen all the time. Like there's some books I read, I'm like, I'm not
Yeah,
buying into it, but I bought into this one.
I put stocks into it. I went bankrupt.
You with stocks into you're like, I
Yeah,
am buying the stocks. I am a
I am eating
shareholder.
noodles for the forthcoming future.
And you have to satisfy your shareholders now.
Yeah. Can we call what's it called? General Assembly? No. You
Like
call all
the
the
board.
shareholders together in a meeting, like an
Like,
annual meeting. It has a name in Norwegian.
oh yeah, I think you're right. General Assembly or General. It seems about right to me.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, it's a good ship. I like it.
Yeah, same. Has anyone watched The Three Body Problem? I loved it. I've not. I read the book a long time ago, and I remember nothing from it. Like it went in and it went out, and therefore I have really been debating watching it. Also because I know that is it Benioff, the guys who did Game of Thrones, who made The Three Body Problem. And when you're so pissed off at someone for how much they ruined a show that you're like, will I even like anything else that you ever make ever again?
For me, it's just I don't think I can trust them.
Yeah, that's the thing, is like, I don't think I want to place my trust in those guys.
So not for me.
Yeah. I'm so ready for the new Bridgerton to pull me out of my fantasy era and into my romance era. I mean, I could totally picture Bridgerton with fantasy stuff in it because,
Oh, like a fantasy Bridgerton. That would be so good, Katie.
yeah, Katie. I love how we're just like, write the Bodyguard book, write this book.
Dance, monkey, dance.
My boyfriend has been trying to get us to watch. We'll probably get to it soon. There's no clickbait in the title. Which actually are you talking about? My title? The Finish My Book title? Because I will get to it, I promise. Are the three nuts pulling a troublemaker? Because that tracks. Yeah, it sounds like it. Oh, is this when God, I am so slow with the comments today. Okay, I'm going to go a little bit faster. Sorry. Troublemakers told people they were monetizing the Discord last 1st of April and temporarily deleted all the channels in the Discord. It was really funny, but also sad for the people who believed it.
I feel like people don't trust us anymore.
It's not clickbait. I don't trust Violet with this because you set it up on the 1st of April. Like, come on. I'm back working on the foundation for the shed with my dad in the rain. Oh, in the rain. Good luck. You can do it. Roy is soaked. She had to supervise.
He's the best supervisor. Did you have like one of them little yellow hard hats? Because that's so cute.
Oh my god, that would be adorable. Take a picture and send it to us, please. Put it in the Discord.
Pay your tithe.
Even when I edit video, I say dumb shit and then regret not editing it out. Yes, and you do have that power to actually edit it out, to be fair. So, yes. Stieg, you need to believe in yourself more, says Marta.
I'm working on it, Marta. Thank you.
But also, if you do weekly Thursday streams in May, you are dead to me. Oh, are they doing weekly Thursday streams in May?
I have no idea. Nothing's been announced. So
Yeah, but also
maybe...
at what time then? Because, I mean, the reason why I'm almost always there to watch your streams, Stieg, is because they're perfectly right after work for me. So... So it just depends. As they say, MCR hint. As the calendar maker, it is absolutely set in stone, besties. So you're gonna have to do your streams. I can neither confirm nor deny.
So that's a yes.
I'm catching up to the comments very slowly, but almost there. Oops, that smiley was for Marta. Excuse me, like I can have the smiley too. Thank you, Anna. Stieg is trying to steal Thursday. Melon is trying to steal my smile. What's next? Who can I trust? No one.
No one, Marta. No one.
We never said we were the most trustworthy people on the internet, Marta. We never said that.
Yeah. I'm part of the troublemakers, not the trust makers. So.
Not the trust makers. It's giving, I'm not here to make friends.
Yeah. I'm here to win a competition.
Yeah. What's the competition?
I don't know.
Yeah, says the person trying to end the three nuts on the 1st of April. It's Don Benova. We said that a while ago. Yeah, but you set it up as the 1st of April. If you meant it, you would put it on the 2nd of April. I'm sure there's a fanfic that fixed True Blood's ending, Malin. If not, you can write it. Yeah, I don't read really fan fiction anymore, but I keep getting recommendations on TikTok for Draco and Hermione fan fictions now, and I don't know why, but maybe because I've like watched the full one at some point, and I was like, okay, and then now it's giving me more. Yes, D&D destroyed any trust we had in them. Okay. I thought we were talking about D&D, like playing D&D. Not. Is it Daniel and David something? Maybe
I thought it was just Dan and Dan, but yeah.
Are they both Dans?
I don't think so. I think it's Daniel and David now that you say it, but like D&D.
I feel like one of them is David, but I might be wrong. I stopped liking True Blood when they killed off both my favorite characters in season 3, but still suffered it
Who
for
are your
some
favorite
reason.
characters? Who died in season 3?
Who was it? Because I don't remember what happens in which season. Like I remember overall what happens, but not specifically in which season. But my main gripe with True Blood is that unlike the books, they didn't put a revived dumb Elvis Presley vampire, and that always made me really sad because it was the best part of the books.
Yeah, the books are a bit tame, like, because I started watching the show and I'm like, oh, I like this. I should read the books, and the book is nothing like the show.
No, and
So
I much prefer the books because I like the humor of the books. Like they're just unhinged. Like it's just what the fuck.
The show is just so unhinged. Yeah, I've always said it's like a crack fiction.
Rewatching the show, season 1 was not that good, and I'm surprised how good I thought it was at the time. And it's more the seasons after that become better and better. But like season 1 was really like
season 1 is like truest to the book too. So
yeah. Katie says, in fact, I think we're the most untrustworthy faction of the internet. I mean, that's saying something. Oh, hi, Kit. Unless you already said hi and I forgot. I'm sorry, but I don't remember. That's not true. Scientology exists. So, yeah, that's true. Laura, may you join on screen? Of course. Let me send you the link. We're going to jump into a sprint right after that. Let me just grab the link for you. Copy. And...
oh, is it Godric?
Oh, is that who dies?
Nora and the guy who turned Eric. Can't find his name on Wikipedia.
Nora was so annoying.
Who the fuck was Nora?
She was like the sister, like, you know, Eric's sister at some point.
Oh, I completely forgot about it. But Godric, I
mean, by sister, as in like they were both born of the same vampire. Like they fucked as well. You know, not actual sister.
Alabama's cousins. She was turned by Godric too. Yeah, I don't remember Nora. Godric was so bland though. How could that be your favorite character? Well, we all have different tastes. My favorite character is the human, the brother. What's his name? Jason Statham.
Yes. Godric was also the one who made Nora. That's what it was. Okay, yeah. I didn't really care that much for Godric in the TV show. I think he was more interesting in the books. I can't remember if he was in the books or just mentioned a lot, but there's definitely...
I was just mainly watching for shirtless Ryan Quanten scenes and then Pam, because I love Pam.
Pam is the best character ever.
Pam and Tara, absolutely obsessed.
Fucking fantastic. Like, and also just Pam and Eric's relationship in general as like besties is just loved that so much.
Yeah.
Like that was just great. Hi, Comet. How are you? How's it going? And season 6 was R-rated in Germany because of 2 minutes. Oh, is season 6 the last one or one of the last ones where Eric goes into the sun and his willy catches fire and you actually see him naked?
Oh.
I think it was.
I remember him naked in the snow.
Yeah, but like in the sun as in like in daylight.
Yeah, catch himself on fire.
Yeah. No worries, Laura. We're going to start a sprint and join during the sprint whenever is good for you, whenever you restarted your computer. No problem. Oh, is it not the reason? Okay. Let me know what the reason one was, if you can explain into the comments without getting your comment raised. Let me prepare the next sprint. I'm going to do... I've got the X Hourglass. There's a 40... No, it's a 1 hour long one. I'm just going to do 45 minutes. Is that good?
That's perfect for me. I got shit to do.
Perfect. Okay. I will get us started. Present, share screen. Spooky Woods. I feel like this is accurate. Oh.
Someone is at the door.
Sorry, someone's like...
Someone is at the door. You better go answer.
Thanks, girl. Jamie will answer. It's the guy to fix our fence, I think. So this is perfect timing for us to start a sprint, actually. Okay, let's get started. In 3, 2, 1. Hi. Hi, Laura.
Hello.
How
Hey,
are
Laura.
you?
I'm dry again. Yay.
Oh my god, thank you for joining us on screen.
Yeah.
Are you said you had a lot to do, that you need to be productive?
I needed to write a 100-word cannibal story. I
Yes.
wrote it.
As one does.
Yeah. So
Just a random Saturday activity.
yeah. So a person in a horror Discord offered to read it. So
Nice.
some feedback.
You have
And-
other Discord, you have other friends. I'm joking. How did you do, Stieg? How was that been for you?
Finished the door and the doorway. Managed to just rinse off the brush with like 5 seconds to spare for the stream.
Oh my god.
And yeah, it's turned out.
Nice.
Bit worried for the door because, well, I sanded it before I started painting it, but then I nicked it with like the shaft of the brush, and there was like this big white streak, like so the color just scraped off so easily.
Yeah.
So I'm a bit wary. I just painted it, and like fingers crossed, hopefully it'll harden in a
Do you
couple of
use
days.
a primer that is made for that kind of?
I didn't use a primer. I just sanded the door, and then
Okay,
it's like a wall color.
Yeah.
So
I guess
we'll see.
if it doesn't appealing or if there's a problem later, maybe like a primer is the way to like fix that, I guess.
Maybe the primer is the way to fix that. But then I could just hopefully. Well, I guess I couldn't just prime over the paint. You would have to remove the paint, wouldn't you?
I don't really know enough. Like I don't know what your door looks like or what material it's from.
It's like this sheeny, cheap kind of door material, but it's heavy though. So
It's
I don't know.
more like I watched so many people do, like those Billy bookcases and painting them
Yeah.
and using like a specific expensive primer for it because they're like otherwise it chips, like just it peels away.
Yeah, it's kind of the same sheen as like a Billy unit, I guess.
Okay, well you can always
So-
use that primer if it fails, if you're like
I did sand it down, so hopefully that got through
Yeah.
the most of the
Hopefully that'll
varnish.
help.
And it was just at the bottom where it nicked easily.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking / hoping that I was just a little sloppy with the sanding at the bottom of the door.
Yeah, that could be it.
We'll see. It's only me in my apartment, and I go around and nick things usually, so we'll see how it turns
What
out.
color did you pick for your door? Is it?
This is going to be so boring, but I picked the exact same green as my wall because I kind of want the door to vanish.
I mean, it's not a boring color though. Like it's a fun color. Like it's
Oh
not.
yeah, it's a green. It's my green, but I just painted the door and the doorway in the same color as the
Nice.
wall because I kind of wanted to disappear in the living room because it's the door to my bedroom. I'm like, this does not need to be a big white box on a wall.
Okay, yeah.
You didn't want to do an
so
epic mural.
I don't have that kind of aesthetic.
You could have done the door to the Mines of Moria.
I
Ooh.
could, but I didn't. But I did see some TikToks that had like, so above the door is just like no space.
Yeah.
And they'd kind of taking like the trim of the door and just made a triangle above the door, and I did like the look of that.
Okay.
So instead of like because some people paid like arches over the doorway or like
Right.
to kind of give the illusion of space.
Yeah.
But obviously I'm trying to make it blend into the wall. But then I'm like,
Not make
could
it
just-
more obvious instead.
I could make it like a trim there, like a triangle, and just have everything be the same, and it'd be like it looked fancy, but it wouldn't look like in your face, like, oh, that's a big white box on the wall, kind of fancy.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's my plight of the day.
Nice. Good progress though.
Thank you. Kitchen tomorrow.
I am now at 2,789 words for today. And I've just essentially, I think I finished the last chapter, but not the epilogue. And I've decided the last scene will be an epilogue. So I'm not finished yet.
I am a slut
It'll
for good
be-
epilogue.
It'll be short. It's just.
Is it
got
like a setup for book 2 sort of epilogue?
sort of and a mirror image of the very first scene?
You are doing all my favorite things in epilogue.
It's going to be doing both.
Nice.
It's going to be doing both.
It's essentially at the very beginning, she's walking down the hallways of the palace on like the solar planet, which is like the capital planet, and she's like worried about going to see her father who has been ill. And then like throughout the book, it's not a big spoiler because it's not super important, but her father does die throughout the book. And at the very end, she's on a space station called the Necropolis, where all of the house members, they get preserved in like cryopods after their death. So sort of like a gigantic tomb planet type of thing. And she's walking down those, corridors in the very last scene to go see her father. So I'm sort of
Oh my god.
it'll be a
In the
mirror
context of the novel on her shoulders, you are an author, Marlon.
but yeah, it's a bit of a spoiler, but not really a spoiler. So yeah.
I'm gonna forget this by the time your book published anyway, so it's cool. Cool beans.
Yeah. I've missed also some comments about Eric and Pam, apparently. So now I know which scene Keiko was referring to when she said the scene where they are in that culty facility where hardcore Christians were capturing the vampires, and
I
Eric
remember this.
went in saving Pam and ripped off a certain area alpha guy. I remember this very vividly.
I just remember True Blood being like so explicit. It was like the epitome of an
Yeah,
HBO show.
I
day.
think what's shocking me is that it took Germany to reach that scene to be like, yeah, this should be R-rated. Like nothing else before did it.
Yeah, good old HBO, eh?
Oh god, yeah. The call was in fact coming from outside the house, but it was not the guy to fix the fence. So I'm losing all hope that he's going to do it today. It was a delivery, so it was not very interesting. Yeah, I don't know if my fence is going to get fixed today or anytime soon, but worried. R-rating stuff in Germany for like 2 minutes or something is not uncommon. Interesting. The entirety of season 2 of Lost was R18 because of a sentence that one was saying. They said worse stuff in all of Game of Thrones. I feel like ratings had to change with HBO shows. Like they must have made ratings be like, what do we do now? Because everything in this show is R-rated now.
Wasn't Indiana Jones the first PG-13 movie?
Really?
I think.
Interesting.
What was the first?
Oh, and also, hi Andy, how are you? And Anna said Laura, and Laura answered Anna.
Apparently, it was Red Dawn. I was wrong.
I don't think I know Red
Dawn.
Dawn.
That movie.
I don't know that movie. What is it from?
84. 1984.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know it. Lynn said, yeah, Laura needs another Discord to share her horror things so they don't give me nightmares. Thank you, Laura. Yeah, fair enough. And Anna was up to 900 words for the day. Congratulations. Very good job. Very good job. And Keiko said, all right, Lost was ABC, I think. Yeah, I remember watching the first season and then nothing after. Much like Heroes, it was, like there were a bunch of shows around that time. I feel like we're doing fantastic first season and then no one liked whatever they did after. And I was like, I can't be bothered.
Yeah.
Same.
I think Princess Mononoke used to be for 16 in Germany and then they changed it to 12. Interesting.
There's some arms that get shot right off in that movie.
Is there?
Yeah, like with the bow.
Yeah.
He has a cursed arm, so it's really strong, and it like rips these guys' arms off and pins them to a tree with an arrow.
I feel like when you reach a certain age, though, you sort of forget what it's like to be like a teen of like 12-year-old or like a 14-year-old or whatever, and whether that would shock you or not. I feel like I wouldn't be able to tell, to remember what it was like and whether I was shocked by that or not. I don't know. I remember, however, a French movie I watched with my family. It's basically two guys from the medieval times are transported into modern times through like a spell, and it's comedic, and they're shocked by everything, like cars and lights, like electric systems and stuff, like everything. So like at some point one of them like basically bashes a TV with his sword. It's that kind of dumb movie, right? And it's like family friendly. It's meant to be like a comedy, and it's meant to be for the whole family with children to watch. but the very, very beginning happens in the medieval times before they get transported, and one of them like slices off someone's head, and you actually see like, you know, what's left on the other side. It was just like, this is not for children. Like, why did I watch this?
So when I worked on some of the what is it? The zombie Resident Evil.
Okay, I was gonna say there are several zombie things going on.
Yes. So when I worked on Resident Evil, the final chapter, we had to make alternate takes of how much you can see of like where something gets cut off for China, so that they would not ban it.
Interesting. Yeah,
They do that a lot in video games too.
Do they? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. World of Warcraft for probably Asia, but especially China. I think it's China. They have like no blood, no bones, stuff like that. So yeah, it's just a completely different vibe. They have like their own client, which is like, you know, PG stuff to make it pass in China. Because obviously China is huge on gaming.
Yeah.
So,
but also like movies and TV shows, like you want the Chinese market to work in your favor.
Yeah. So they have like their own client, their own like complete game install. And it's just like, yeah, it's no blood, no bones, nothing like that. And obviously, you know, World of Warcraft has a lot of blood and bones. So I've seen some picture of like the Chinese edition, and it's just like so strange. But then again, you know, as part of the West, are we maybe too desensitized to blood and bones and gore and rape and
1000%? Because rewatching Game of Thrones season like 1, 2, 3, like the beginning seasons where there's a lot more naked people and rapes, and like I feel like afterwards it becomes more battle orientated, but like the beginning, the first 3 seasons, I feel like I had a lot more of that. And I rewatched them semi recently, like a year ago, and I was like, oh, this is so not as shocking as I remember it to be. So like we're becoming more desensitized as time like goes on, and as more things come out. And when people were all talking about Saltburn and the shocking scenes in it, I was like, that doesn't sound shocking to me, which is bad.
I was just like watching Saltburn. I'm like, this is kind of boring. This is kind of vanilla at this point.
Right? So like, I'm not saying that censoring things is right, but I sort of almost feel like if you're censoring something like just, you know, blood or whatever, gore, and the story doesn't suffer from it, did you need it in the first place? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's this anime network for kids where they would censor anime before they aired it on like the kids cartoon networks in the US. And so they would change cigarettes into lollipops, and guns were water guns or just fingers.
Oh
like,
God. This is
like,
the
oh
worst
my
thing
gosh.
that ever happened to emojis ever, was to change the gun to a water gun, because the impact that I had on being like, yeah, this is my emoji now. Yeah.
Like,
there was the same thing with
There's a scene of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where they're like, stop! And the guy holds up a briefcase and jumps out a window, and you're like, oh, they were holding guns, but you can't see them. Okay, that's why it's an anti-shake case.
That's so dumb. Oh my God. And apparently in Germany, they're also color-coded, the ratings. Interesting. Lynn said that she said 3,477 words for the day. Amazing. Fanfic words are so much easier to write. I can see that. I feel like any words where you're like, I'm just having fun and this is unserious in a way, you're not really thinking about it in the same way as like maybe you've put a lot of pressure on it for some reason, like it's a book you're trying to finish or whatever. It becomes more fun and you just go faster with them, I think. I don't know. Take the pressure off, basically, is always a good idea.
I'm about to write a fanfic today. So.
Nice. Exciting.
Yeah, it was somebody, it was for a charity. They donated, so it's like, okay, I'll write you a fanfiction.
Cool. So. Cool. What's the fandom that you're writing the fanfic in?
Old school Star Trek.
Old school Star Trek. Nice. I was raised by a Stargate fan of a dad. Therefore, I was never into Star Trek. Like I liked the later movies when I started getting into it as, you know, an adult. But when I was a young preteen and teenager, it was all Stargate. And I feel
My-
like there was a dichotomy where either one or the other.
My mom was a Trekkie and my dad was a Star Wars.
Oh my god,
so
the
I had
forbidden
both.
love story.
I grew up on both.
Modern Romeo and Juliet. Anna says, whichever Indiana Jones it was, there where the guy gets his heart ripped out. Yes.
Temple of Doom.
Oh my god, that was a terrifying scene when I was a kid. Yeah, maybe
I wasn't bothered so much by the heart ripping and like the sacrificial fires,
The
but
bugs.
the
It's-
bugs and the
dinner.
brain and like the meal they have, I'm like,
Yes,
oh, this
that
is too
was
much
way
for
more
television.
shocking. That was terrifying. But the scene with the heart, I think rewatching it later, I was like, it's not the heart itself and the action itself. It's like it's so well built. The tension goes up with the music and everything, and you're just like, what's gonna happen? I mean, you know what's gonna happen, but yeah. Marvel's Agents of Shield. Nice. That's what Lynn is writing fan fiction for. Keiko says, yep, then Chinese dramas have, if anything, only little cuts as severe wounds. Yeah, it is but a scratch. And a lot of blood spitting. Oh my god, yes, Game of Thrones had an impact. Definitely. Excited about anime. That's exactly what I thought of. The lollipop. Zabuza saw in Naruto or Itachi abducted his whole clan instead of offing them. And then in Shippuden, they had to actually say that because the story wouldn't make sense otherwise. Interesting. So they actually changed. That would bother me more, I think. Like, if anything, the finger guns is funny more than anything else.
Yeah.
But this would bother, like, changing the actual story and what's going on would change the impact it has on a character and everything. So that would bother me. Hi, Eva. How are you? What's up? How close am I to finishing? So we have been streaming for, I have been streaming for 2 hours and 43 minutes and then joined by Stig and then by Laura. I don't know how long you guys want to stay for. Like, feel free to, jump off, jump in, whatever you guys want. I'm
Still have
very
4
close-
chapters left, so
Nice. I'm very close to finishing, I think, because I just need to write the epilogue a bit now. And I don't think it's going to be as long as a normal chapter, which means I might only do like a 25-minute sprint next and hopes that that will be enough. And if it's not enough, I'll just restart like the last 5 minutes until I get it on.
just the same 5 minutes over and over and over again.
Wallace style, because she's been doing this, I feel like, on streams. So yeah, I might do this. Let me get a timer ready. What do I want?
You want to rule the world.
I have another Laura timer, the Aurora Borealis, which I think is very appropriate because I'm writing sci-fi. So I feel like that's a good one. Oh, bye, Keiko. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining us. Let me share my screen. I'm gonna use this one because I feel like it's very mood appropriate for sci-fi.
Also, is that the Aurora Borealis or is that just space?
It's something somebody made.
Yeah.
It was in Canva.
Nice. I mean, I like it. I think it's pretty. That's all that matters. Cool. I'll get us started in 3, 2, 1, go. And we are done. Stop sharing. And I am also done.
Congratulations!
129k.
Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. I don't have any powers here, but your Jot approves for sure. For sure.
Yes. I don't have those either. Like, I don't have them.
I'm running the stream
Laura
on
approves.
Wednesday, so I'll do a couple of Jot approves for you.
Yes. I hope that no one will put a call at work during that time.
It is
Just block your
easier.
calendar and just say like meeting.
Yeah, I will.
Hi.
Hi, Roy.
He's all wet.
Oh, God.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for the kisses.
Very cute.
But yeah, amazing. You did it. Congratulations.
Yes, I feel like no difference from before. I don't know. Like, it's one of those things where you're expected to feel a certain way. I'm just like, I'm done. Okay, cool. Next.
Next project to finish. Check.
Maybe not. Maybe take a break first. Maybe do all the other stuff I wanted to do. Like, I wanted to do newsletter potentially, finish a website, like querying, revising, etc., etc. So,
Okay. Congratulations.
but yeah, I also posted the 2 sentences like I did for Morgan earlier. So the very first sentence of the book and of Orion's POV is, I once flew straight into a scattered meteorite with debris whooshing past my Class A Chasseur spaceship from all sides. Yet there is nothing more terrifying in this instant than requesting an audience with my father. And her very last sentence is, after all, I'm the best damn tracker in the galaxy.
Orion sure is.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy because I had planned that last sentence since I did my outline. I knew that would be the last sentence.
Slay, 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 slay.
And while we were streaming,
I was doing research on Star Trek stuff.
nice. Yes, actually, what did you guys do? How did you do? I was just like, I'm finished. Like, who cares about anyone else?
I got through 2 chapters.
Nice. Oh, that's good. Wait, so
So
how many do you have left now? Because you said 5 in total, right?
I have 2 chapters left, which
Nice.
are, let's see, 1,300 and 2,500 words.
Okay.
And I've just had a promise of an execution, so
Oh, exciting.
excited for that.
Yes, cool. Interesting. And how was your sprint, Laura? Did you do
It was good. I have been going through Star Trek wikis, basically. So now I am. I have
Nice.
written a sentence. So
Nice.
Yay.
So you started the fanfic.
Yeah.
Cool.
it's gonna be a one shot, probably 6K.
Okay, yeah. That's a good amount of words.
Mhm.
Nice. I love one-shot stories because
I only promised 6K.
I don't have the patience for those 300k fan fictions. Like when people are like, "Oh, I'm just reading this one, 300k," and like I read it in 2 days. I'm like, how?
There's literally ones that are over 1 million words, and it's like,
People are doing Milwordy out there with fan fiction.
yeah, on a single fanfic.
Oh my god.
It's like,
She's
Yes.
an investment.
I know that sounds weird coming from me having written a whole story that's 129k, but I still feel like I wouldn't be able to do 300k. Like that would be too much of a, I'm no
But
geographer.
imagine like, because you're
Like
writing
a
a series. So imagine like this wasn't your last sentence. You just go on to write the rest of the novels and it's just one story. I think that's kind of what they're doing though.
Yeah, it's a bit of a Tolkien move to be like, it should be one book. And like, oh, dude, that's a lot of words for one book.
Yeah. Hoping my project is like around 60, 80k maybe, somewhere in between there. If that's a good
Nice.
good book for good size for a like cowboy book.
Yeah, and like a reminder as well, I am an overwriter. I will delete a lot of these words. I know it. And
Can I ask how many words The Art of Summoning Demons is?
it's a lot shorter because it's technically a young adult / I think of it as a new adult in my head. It's 90 something, like 92 or maybe 94 max. I can't remember exactly.
Jeez.
But yeah, it's under 100. It's under 100k for sure.
okay. There's this fanfic that I read that's over 200,000 words. and it's a Harry Potter one. So there's like character development, and they change from canon into this like
Yeah.
actually smart. It's like, ooh, a new
is-
character. Like
This is the thing I was talking about when I was saying earlier, these TikToks that are recommending me Draco and Hermione
Yeah.
fan fictions. They're all about like all these TikToks are not about specifically like read this fanfic or for this or whatever. They're about new headcanon stuff that the fandom has created, which I'm
Yeah.
finding fascinating. Like they're like, in this version of all of these fan fictions, there's consistencies that people are recreating every single time. Like for some
Yeah.
reason, apparently Blaze, I think that's his name, has a vineyard in every single one of those. And I'm just like, why?
Nice. But like, okay, so it twists and gets everything like, I loved it way better than canon.
Okay.
And then they do memory, forget, everything's back to canon. And I was
No, I hate that. I
mad.
hate
Oh,
that. I would
but
hate. This is
I
this is
closed
the
that
new and then
fanfic,
he
like,
woke up. This is the new
This
and then
is
he woke up.
200K in. There's only 18,000 to go. Like,
Absolute bullshit. However, that is like a thing that The Magician, the TV show, did at some point. Like at some point, a bunch of people forgot about very important stuff, but they got their memories back. So
Oh right,
this
yeah.
one they were.
you know the season I mean.
Yeah.
Mm. This one, it was irreparable, but they could do memory immersion therapy to like see other people's memories of what they had done over the past year.
I
I
hate
don't know.
that.
I feel like that wouldn't fit right with me. Like if I were to see this is what's going to happen in 200,000 words, I would not start the fanfiction. I would just not read it. But that's just me. So I put officially at 5:07 for me. That was done.
Captain Starlog.
Yeah, I'm just like I'm gonna at some point maybe go back and use some of this footage to be like if I do a vlog about finishing this, I don't know. Thank you, Laura. This was the sentences, and then thank you, Anna. Thank you so much. I love the little emojis. Yes, which means now, in order for us to do our ménage à trois swap between our stories with Anna and Hudson, they both need to get theirs done.
I was chatting to Hudson the other day, and she's hard at work.
Yeah, she's doing well, I think, like based on what she was at last. And every single time she messages really late at night for me, being like, "I'm gonna go sprinting now. If anyone is interested," I'm like, "I'm in bed." Marta says, "Okay, I got very distracted with my book and missed the last break. Did you finish? Oh my god, well done. Yes, I finished. There was like 5 minutes left, I think, in the sprint. I should love that last sentence. Thank you. And when can I read these 60, 80Ks?
Who knows, Marta? Who knows? I plan to finish the first draft by the end of April, May, probably the end of May. And then I have to revise it completely before I can let anyone feast their eyeballs on it.
That's the thing, is I do want to do a basic revision of this story because there's so many plot holes, spelling mistakes, small details. Like Orion changes colors twice, so
yeah. I went to this because we started both on November 1st, and I had no outline, no plot, no character. I just knew the main character, and was like,
that's vibes.
Okay, I want to have a book about monster hunting. Go. So when the road is paved as you go, you take a lot of detours that never come to fruition. So I'm okay, I need to set up some stop signs along the way.
Did you end up reading Ring Shout by P. Djeli Clark?
No, I did buy it, but I haven't read it.
I read the first 3 or 4 chapters, and then it was due by the library, and I was like, dang it!
Honestly, it's so good, and it's very Buffy vibes, but with the alternate history thing of the KKK being actual monsters from hell. Mm-hmm. So it's so fun, and like every single time you talk about your story, Stieg, I think about Ring Shout. I'm like, this is
I'll take that as the deepest compliment. I love like the Jane stuff that P. Djeli Clark did, yeah. So I'm very honored by this. It's not going to be as good, just as you know, Malin. It's not going to be.
No, but like the surprising thing and the thing I loved about it is that although it talks about a serious topic and it's written by someone who's very masterful, obviously, in their writing, It's a little bit unserious as well. Like it is actiony. It's fun. Do you know what I mean? Like it's still this is watching an action movie and not this is watching Oppenheimer. You know?
Yeah, and that's definitely the vibe I'm going for. Like kind of Indiana Jones vibes, like
Yeah.
serious topic, but like rompy and actiony.
Yes. I'm
So
here for it.
they, yeah. So let's see whatever the fuck comes out of this. One day maybe it'll be out there. Who knows?
Yes.
Who knows?
And then there's also one last congrats from Eva. Thank you. But that's all the comments, and I am done. So it's been 3 hours and 20 minutes. I think I'm gonna end this
Good
stream.
job. You absolutely crushed them all in. I'm so proud
Do
of
you
you.
have like cake or macarons or sparkling cider?
I have
A
curly
croissant, maybe.
rosé wine, but I do have a bottle of champagne downstairs, like Cremant. So I could open that at some
Just
point.
pop it open, celebrate.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me. As always, it's a delight to be here.
Thank you guys for coming. Thank you for joining me so last minute and just like popping in. Perfect. I love that kind of stuff. So next
I
time,
got
if
my
do another-
cannibal written.
Yes, good job.
I got
on
my door
writing.
painted.
Yes, also good job on that. We've all achieved some very great goals today. I'm actually really excited about you getting that story published as well, Laura, because I thought it was excellent. So
Hopefully they accept it.
yes, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Thank you, Marta. Thank you, guys. I'm gonna end the stream in a very cold way because I don't have an outro. So
Bye.